Sometimes you raise a concern calmly. You explain something that bothered you. You try to talk about what happened. The conversation becomes tense. You may still be trying to sort through the situation, but suddenly the pace of the conversation begins to change. They want to move on quickly. They say things like, "Let's just drop it. It's not a big deal. Can we just move on?" Suddenly, there is pressure to resolve everything right away. You may recognize the moment when the conversation suddenly starts moving faster. It can feel like there is no time to think, no time to explain, no time to fully understand what actually happened. If this happens once in a stressful conversation, it may simply be frustration or misunderstanding. But when this happens repeatedly, some people begin to recognize a pattern, sometimes described as a narcissistic behavior pattern. After tension appears, urgency suddenly enters the conversation, and that urgency can make it harder to think clearly. When people feel rushed, they often focus on ending the situation instead of understanding it. For them, this pressure can become useful, because if the conversation ends quickly, the original concern may never be fully discussed. The problem is not resolved. It simply disappears from the conversation. Instead of exploring what happened, the discussion moves toward agreement. The focus shifts from understanding the issue to ending the conversation. Over time, this can leave you feeling unsettled. You may feel like the discussion ended before you were able to explain what you meant, or before the concern was really addressed. In healthy conversations, conflict usually slows things down. Both people have time to think, time to explain, time to understand what actually happened. The goal is not to end the conversation quickly. The goal is to understand it. Many empathetic people want to restore peace when tension appears. So when urgency enters the conversation, they may agree quickly just to calm the situation. But the original concern may still remain unresolved. Recognizing this pattern can bring clarity, because when urgency suddenly appears after conflict, it may not always be about solving the problem. Sometimes the urgency is about ending the conversation. And noticing that difference can help you trust your own observations again. If this helped put words to your experience, like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel exists to help you recognize narcissistic and manipulative patterns calmly, clearly, and without blame, so you can trust yourself again. And when conversations shift this way, another pattern usually appears. In the next video, we're going to explain why they compare you to others and how those comparisons can quietly shift the focus of the conversation. Click here to watch.